Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Trisha. I'm the owner of Golden Bottle Designs. In today's video, we're picking up from last week where I showed you a little bit of market prep and took you along, gave you a glimpse of our market, and we did a little bit of a market breakdown after. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below, as well as in that little iCard right on top, so that you can go check that out as well. Oh, don't mind the hair. I don't know what it's doing today. It's a hot day. The hair has a mind of its own. So anyway, what do we have planned for this week's videos? A bunch of fun stuff, I can promise you that. Last week I showed you that I'd received a parcel in the post, but I didn't have the time to open that up. I don't have a market scheduled this weekend. This is the Easter weekend that's coming up. So I have a little bit of time, a couple of weeks before my next market rolls around. And I completely intend on knocking out a lot of pending tasks, and some new ones, mind you, in these few days. So first, we're going to start off by opening up that package that we received, and I'm going to start by doing a little bit of work, testing some of those things out and see how I go. I have not really given you a sneak peek or spoken about this here before, but a few weeks ago I had actually started making a few flowers to add to my clips, and we're thinking of flower crowns and all down the line, but getting into that groove of crocheting those flowers really took me back years. It's been years since I've crocheted, and it made me realize how much I enjoyed it and how much I missed it. I've made a bunch of different things in the past. I've made blankets, I've made ponchos, I've made little table napkins, headbands and things for my nieces. Lots of bits and pieces. Also made little pouches and such. But this time around, I want to do something different. I want to try my hand at some of the non-flat stuff. So I'm going to try making a few plushies. I've picked up a little bit of yarn from Spotlight as well as from a website online, and there's a couple I want to test and see whether I'm any good at the plushie game before I can order some more. There's a couple of other websites that I have in mind that have the most gorgeous yarn, and if this trial goes well, I'll be getting more in. But let me show you what I got first and we'll move on. So my first round at Spotlight, I picked up a few bits and pieces. I have opened this yarn just to get a little bit of a feel, see how it works and such. I picked up, this was the Vero Moda Blanky yarn, I believe. This is a beautiful gray, and this is a chunky yarn. I've never worked with yarn this gorgeous and this chunky before. It'll be interesting to see how this does. I also picked up some of this. I think this was called the Little Nippers, something like that. And they had a bunch of different colors. I just picked up a pink because I figured I could definitely make something in a pink, and it feels beautiful to the touch. So I'm excited to see how this one works out. On the same trip, I also picked up some baby chenille. Some baby chenille yarn. This is the Bella Baby in a few pastel sort of colors. This is an aqua blue, a blush pink, like a really light tan beige. I'm not sure what this is called. They don't even have the colors on. Oh, this is called a natural. They do have names. So this one's a peach, this one's a mint, this one's a natural, and one more. This one's a yellow. And I thought these would be so pretty, but I'm not really sure how I feel about the yarn in itself. I've not opened it up yet, but by the feel of it, I'm wondering how easy it's going to be to work with. So I've set this aside. I don't know if I'm going to keep this yet or whether I'm going to take this back, but we'll see. So that was the first round, right? I went back to Spotlight a few days later, and I managed to find a few more bits and pieces. I haven't opened this yet. This was just a few days before the market, so late last week. I bought one of these Lion brand Velux, it's called, in this beautiful dusty pink color. And I really don't know what I'm going. I think I have an idea of what I want to make in it. It's pretty ambitious considering I've never made plushies before, but let's see how that goes. And while we were there, we also checked out the little bin with the mill ends, and I found a white. This is more of a, can't tell if it's more of a cream, but I think it's a white, and a black, because I mean you can never really have too much of white and black is what I've learned with fabric. I'm pretty sure it's going to work the same way with the yarn as well. So I haven't opened that out yet, though they had an open packet over there and it felt pretty good. I was hoping to get a few more colors in like the regular aisles, the yarn aisles. I couldn't find anything that was even close to this. So I'm going to have to keep an eye out on that little bin and make sure I get a few more of these as and when they come up. Next, we are going to move on to our online purchase. I have opened the packet just to make it easier and quicker to film, but we're going to take a look at what's inside together. Picked up a pink bamboo, a Premier Bamboo Select yarn. I'm not 100% sure, but I just wanted, what I'm going to do with this, I just wanted to see what it felt like and whether it could be used for something or not. So got one of these. I picked up a few Premier yarns in all of the different varieties that they had on the site, and we'll see how it goes. So this is a purple in the Premier Basics DK yarn. Before I forget, I also got some stitch markers. I got some yellow, beautiful bright yellow. I picked up some black in the worsted weight yarn. I got a turquoise in the Parfait Chunky. That is such a pretty color. Ooh, this one's pretty too. This is another one of the Premier Basics in the worsted weight. I've got a green in it. It's called, I think, a celery green from what I remember. Sorry, this one's a spruce. This one's a sage. Now I realize I have way too much green, but anyway, this is the Premier Parfait XL. Again, a beautiful plush, gorgeous, really chunky yarn. You can see that right from it. It comes through really well on the camera, so you can see how big and gorgeous that is. Beautiful color again. So that's what I'm starting with, because it was really hard getting the colors that I wanted, because I really did not know where to start. I don't know what I'm going to be making. I have a few thoughts in mind of things that I've seen online. So we're going to have to see how that works out. So that was my first ever yarn haul. Are you a crochet artist? Have you crocheted before or knit before? What are your favorite places to get yarn at a good price? Leave me a comment, let me know. So I'm going to sit and spend some time looking at what I can make with these colors that I've got. Keep in mind, I also have a little yarn from last year that I bought for my ear warmers, and I think I can dig into a few of those for some detailing and things like that. And I'm going to spend some time and see how it goes with this yarn. I haven't yet decided whether I'm going to be team safety eyes or whether I'm going to just embroider them on the things that I have in mind. I think I might have to buy an assortment of safety eyes online and see how that goes. But yeah, I'm super excited to start this journey. This is my first ever attempt at plushies. So we're going to see how this goes. You guys, it's been a while, but I couldn't wait to pop on and show you some of the stuff that I've been working on. I am super thrilled. Let me show you some of these pieces close up. I wasn't really sure whether or not I'd be able to whip out a few good looking ones that someone would actually want, but I'm quite happy with it. You let me know what you think. So the first little bits and pieces that I did were these two little whales. Made one in a blue and one in this gorgeous little pink. I love these. These are the first two little plushies that I've made. They're only little, but I was super thrilled with the results. Then next up, I made this little guy. I'm waiting for some yarn colors to come in, so you'll see a lot of the colors being repeated, mainly a pink, blue, a green, the white, and I have some black and gray. But yeah, this is one of those little popping mushrooms that I've been super eager to try. I'm really happy with how he turned out as well, and I'm waiting for some more colors to come in the post. There's 2 orders of yarn that I'm waiting on, and it's been more than 10 days and these orders haven't yet reached me, which I'm a little not too thrilled about, but there were a lot of public holidays in the middle, so I'm just going to have to be patient, which is not always my strong suit. Anyway, made this little guy. After which I made this cute little leggy froggy. I'm not super thrilled with the pattern, but for one of my first frogs, it's not too bad. I'm gonna keep looking for another pattern that kind of looks a little better finished, I guess. Now, after these, I decided to sink my teeth into something a little more challenging because these were going so well. Next one up, I made this gorgeous little dinosaur. I still have to put his eyes on. That was another thing that I was waiting for forever. I think I'm just going to embroider some eyes for him, and they'll go just where these two little dips you see in the head. But you guys, how cute is she? She's adorable. The next one is as much of a surprise for me as it might be for some of you. I am more of a dog person than a cat person, but you guys, this guy might actually change my mind. He is huge, but he is so cute. I'm so happy with how his little face turned out, and I'm really hoping someone likes him as much as I do. Look at him. And because I was so happy with how he turned out, I decided to make another one. So this is little loaf cat number 2, and he's equally gorgeous. I don't know which one I like more. I think I'm going to enjoy making a lot of these little guys. These are my absolute favorite. I had so much of fun putting them together. I can't wait to see how some of the other color combinations and all turn out. So that was a little update from me. Now, do I need to add to my workload at the moment? Most definitely not. I can barely keep up with all of the things that I'm making currently. But you guys, I am absolutely hooked on. I've never really made anything three-dimensional like these little guys. So I'm so happy that I finally decided to sit down and whip these up. Now, apart from this, I also got busy making a few flowers. I thought they would be a really nice touch for Mother's Day. And I've made the little bits and pieces. I just have to assemble them and put them together. So that was what last week looked like. Now, like I was saying, patience and me may not necessarily go together. So today I decided to go out and pick up a little more yarn. When I say a little more, please take that with a pinch of salt, a spoon of salt. I did a lot of damage. Now, whether I'm going to get around to actually working with all of them and how long before I start working with them, I don't know, but I could not help myself. So we went to a spotlight that's not my local spotlight. This was a few suburbs away, and I found some gorgeous colors in the mill ends bin. So I picked them up. I'll show you what I got. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do with them, but I got these 3 bags. So one's a beautiful seafoam green sort of color. This one's a slightly lighter shade than the first one, but they're both really pretty colors. And I got this one. This one was very interesting and variegated. So it's a white background. It's got flecks of reds, oranges, pinks, and I think it looks stunning whipped up into pretty much anything. I can't wait to. I think I'm going to make another little loaf cat with this one. So that's the first lot. While I was there, I overheard another lady passing by who said she wasn't really happy with what Spotlight had to offer, so she was going to hop on over to Ronnie's. Now, till date, I had no idea that Ronnie's did yarn, and it was in the same complex that Spotlight was in. So my husband and I decided to just go pay a visit and check out and see what the fuss was about. And guys, bag number 1, bag number 2. This is all yarn from Ronnie's. I'll try and show you what I got. I picked up a couple of skeins of each of these. These are all chenille yarn now. And I'll try and have a look at the colors as well. So I got 2 of these pastel rainbow. They're really, really pretty. Now, mind you, I'm not really sure how working with this yarn is going to be. I really hope it works up well because it's going to be a long distance for me to go back and return some of this. So I've got my fingers crossed for that. Multi marshmallow and The packaging has seen better days, but it was the last one there and I really wanted to get my hands on it, so I picked it up in any case. Next up, we've got the Rainbow Paddle Pop. Got 2 of them. This one's called Fanta Pants. It's a bright orange. And we've got salmon, mustard. I've got 2 of them. I've got 2 in what they call a baby pink. This one's got a touch of peach in it, but it's still cute. Now, I was on the fence about this one. It's a bright yellow, but I thought it would be really cute for some of the smaller plushies that I intend making. This one's called Lemon. I got a couple of whites, and this one's pure white. There's one more. Here it is. So I've got a couple of pure whites as well. We're down to bag 2. Now, I have also picked up another type. This is a velveteen yarn. And I picked up a couple of these. I've got 2 burgundy, 2 in this gorgeous color called Teddy Bear. And look at this green, guys. I fell in love. This one's called a jungle green. And the last 2 of that velveteen one is a black, but it's a beautiful black. It's got dimension to it. Because of that velveteen feature, it's got some amount of dimension to it. Okay, we're back to these guys. This one's called Tree Frog, and I picked up 2. Guess what I'm going to be making with these? If you guess frog, you're absolutely right. Okay, the last few. We've got, they call these ones navy, but more than a navy, I see a little bit of green coming through as well. So it's not a pure navy blue, but it's a pretty color. This one I wasn't sure about, but you know what? I said, why not? 2 reds. Not 100% sure what I'm going to be making with that, but it'll be nice to have on hand. And the last 2, these are called Mulberry, and it's a pretty color. It's coming across really bright on camera, but in person, it's a really nice color. And that's not the end of it, mind you. On the way back, I decided to stop at my local Spotlight as well. And I picked up a few more Millens. Let's have a look. I got 4 more colors. This one's like a beautiful sand sort of color, a terracotta, which is really gorgeous in person. This is a variegated one, and it's really interesting. It's got hues of blue and purple, indigo, and it is gorgeous. And the last one's another variegated one, very similar to the previous one that I showed you, with a little flecks of red and orange, but this one's more neutral. It's got browns going through it. So I think this will make for some really interesting projects as well. And you know me and my lack of self-control at Spotlight, I ended up picking up one of these. These are the Chanel Granny Square blanket kit. I'm not making a blanket, but I thought these would be gorgeous colors for something. I'm sure I'll be able to use it. So that, guys, is the damage I did in one day. I've got 2 more parcels coming in, hopefully next week. When they come in, I'll show you those as well. I'm not really sure it's going to be in this week's video. We'll see how it goes, and I'll see you soon when I have another update on this. I'm going to spend another couple of days playing with this yarn, because while I've got it out, I've got a few ideas swimming around in my head. I've been doing a lot of scrolling and a lot of research on YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, what have you, and I've seen some really interesting projects that I'd like to try. So I thought I'd just share this haul with you, and I'll come back and update you on anything more that I do for this week before I have to wind up this video. Hope you enjoyed the haul. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, we still have an hour to go for our markets today, and I just wanted to do a quick catch up. It's a relatively slow day today for the markets, but I'm so glad that we got those plushies ready for today. They've been quite a hit. I actually sold a couple of bigger pieces, so I'm really happy about that. My great big snake sold off. This little boy who had just recently celebrated his birthday picked up that snake, and he's been roaming all over the market with it around his neck, and it is the most adorable thing ever. Also, the blue brontosaurus that I made, that one sold. That's a little present for a little baby boy. So really exciting that those have gone. There's a few others also that have sold today. I will touch base when I get home from here. Don't want to get dinged with the music in the background, so I'll keep you updated.